When I sat down with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, I expected a great conversation. But what I didn't expect was how much clarity, conviction, and honestly genuine wisdom she brought to the table. That was Emma relaying her conversation, the interview she had with Meghan, and just her take back, her feedback from what happened. And it was so great that she did this after interview, made those points, right? Because it just shows you the magnitude, the intelligence, the eloquence of Meghan. And Emma was awed, as are we, right? Because we know that when Meghan sits down, this girl is learned. She knows how to present herself. She's articulate. She's very intelligent. She makes it look so easy. And that is why we're so happy for this interview. That is why this interview is still trending. She has now surpassed every other interviewee that Emma has done, right? And we're so happy for Meghan because really, isn't that the Meghan effect? Whatever she does, there's so much interest, so much intrigue, so much. I mean, people are invested in her and want to see what she's doing, what she's saying, what she's wearing, how beautiful or effortless she looks, and just that face card, that flawless look. And I'm telling you, Meghan, we are so proud of you, right?
So when I sat down with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, I expected a great conversation, but what I didn't expect was how much clarity, conviction, and honestly, genuine wisdom that she brought to the table. Meghan doesn't just talk about building a brand. She's building something with purpose, precision, and with a lot of heart. And there are a few moments that really stayed with me. The first one was trust your timeline. She said, someone else's urgency is not my urgency. And that hit. She's not rushing to meet outside expectations. She's building with care on her own terms. And that discipline shows in every move that she makes. The second one was own the vision, share the work. Meghan talks about creating something where you feel her fingerprints all over it. She believes in collaboration, but not at the expense of intention. You can delegate, but you still have to show up. The third thing was to protect what matters the most. And she spoke about being present for her kids and having to ask herself if she could do it well enough, or if she should just do a few things exceptionally well. And that idea really resonates with me because it's not about balance. It never is. It's about priorities. Next, you have to make your message unmistakable. For Meghan, influence isn't just about visibility. It's about intentionality. And even in silence, she used her platform to elevate others. Every choice was a signal redirecting attention, value, and visibility towards people and principles that matter. Her reminder was that influence is power, but how you use it, that's purpose. And then finally, she says, success starts small. As ever started with homemade jam, not splashy rollout, just a personal gesture. And it grew because it was real. And that's the reminder that you too can start small. Just start with what you love. So let me know which moment stuck out to you.
So welcome back, guys, to Global Sussex, where we go beyond the headlines and into the heart of Meghan's message. Today, as I say to you, we're talking about the conversation that became a moment, one that's still resonating with women across the world. Emma Grede's sit down with Meghan just wasn't an interview. It wasn't just an interview, guys. It was a blueprint. So many tidbits, so many words to live by, so many words of wisdom, so many things you can take away and apply to your own life, and just kind of really get into the mindset of how Meghan deals with the hate, deals with the love, deals with how her mindset is, setting boundaries, knowing who you are, knowing that you belong in that room. You too deserve to be there. There's no one more important than you. No one should put people above themselves, right? Because all of us are special in God's eyes. And Meghan is proving that she can live the soft life. She can live the fairy tale life. As a matter of fact, she is literally a real life princess, right? That's a fact. So she is showing us how to live, how to mindset. One of the things that came out for me was mindset is a powerful thing. What you put in your system is what shows on the outside. So if you feel positive, feed your system, feed positive thing, feed positivity. Tell yourself you can do things. Don't limit yourself. And a lot of us, especially as women, we are very limited. We feel that, oh, we can't do this, or this is not where we belong. We don't belong in this space. No. Start telling yourself that, yes, this is where you belong. This is your moment. This is your time. And no one does it better than Meghan, because she shakes off the noise. She brush them off her shoulder, and she moves. She press along because she knows what she has. She knows her worth. And we need to start knowing our worth, right? So let's unpack the quotes, the lessons, and the legacy of this powerful exchange. As I say to you before, guys, it was more than a conversation. What a moment. Emma said it best. It wasn't, that's what Emma said. It wasn't a conversation. Emma highlighted that it was the moment. And it really was, guys. If you really look at it, this wasn't just Meghan showing up as a duchess or a founder. She showed up as a woman who knows who she is, what she values, and how she wants to lead. This is Meghan fully in her element, strategic, grounded, unbothered, and deeply wise. She's not just building a brand. She's building with purpose, precision, and heart. So I'm gonna play the clip of what Meghan says about, not Meghan, what Emma spoke about, the after effect, how she felt about the interview, what she thought Meghan brought to the table, how the communication flowed, and just the eloquence of Meghan and the wisdom of Meghan. So Emma was saying, listen, guys, this was a masterclass in the making. I just love everything. And she talked about 5 quotes that she believed took it from just elevated the conversation. It was a masterclass in the making. It was a masterclass that happened, and Emma highlighted 5 points, 5 takeaways that she took away. I mean, there are so many more. We have so many. I did a video with her 15 most important revelation from the interview. But these 5 things are what Emma said to her was just a masterclass, right? So she said, the first one, someone else's urgency is not my urgency. Here, Meghan reminds us we don't have to move at someone else's pace. Boundaries are power. And we know nobody does it better. When it comes to setting boundaries, Meghan is the moment. Meghan is like, I don't need to put up with this. I don't need you in my orbit. I don't need you in my space, messing up with my mind. I'm setting boundaries and I'm cutting you off. And it is a powerful thing to do. Not everybody can do it, or not everybody has reached a place where they believe they can cut off family members, friends, anything that don't align with your peace. You get rid of it. Because at the end of the day, that is going to mess up with your psyche. I remember somebody saying to me, you have some people, they are spirit vampires. They suck every energy, everything out of you. Don't let people get you to that stage where you're so depleted, where you're so like, you're taking on their burden, or they have nothing positive to say. They're always in a negative space, and you want to live in a positive space, positive environment. When you look at Meghan is a fairy tale princess. Meghan is a princess. It's not just the fact that she's actually a princess in real life, but she's actually living a princess life. She's actually glowing. She's so eloquent. She knows how to present herself. So it is just amazing. We're seeing it in action, real action. It's happening in our very eyes. The other point was she made, number 2, own the vision, share the work. This is about leadership, stepping up while bringing others with you. And so what Emma was pointing out here is that Meghan wants to be a part of the movement. She wants to be involved, integrally involved. Yes, you can always delegate. You can let people come up with the research for you. But if you don't know it, then you just read from a script. If you're not going out there to elevate yourself, educate yourself, then all you're doing, you're like a dummy. You're just reading, you're just going through the motion. But that's not what Meghan does. What she does is Meghan do her research. She gets involved in the weeds. She wants to understand what is going on. She wants to understand what's the solution to this problem. How can we fix it? How can we energize and mobilize and get behind this and really get behind it? And one of the things that I remember with Meghan, remember her program that she did with her Patreon with SmartWorks? She said she didn't want people to just take their used clothes that they no longer want, and just give it to people. She wanted it to be what you call it now, something that you feel, okay, this is what I wore on my first job interview where I get that killer job that I wanted. This is the suit that I wore. Give that to someone else. You no longer need it. So be a part of a movement. Be a part of it. Get involved. Roll up your sleeve, get involved. Understand why you're doing it. Don't look at people as a charity case. Look at people as, they say, give a man a fish. You feed him for a day. But teach the man how to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. So that is what Meghan is saying. Get involved. Roll up your sleeve. Knead the dumpling. Knead the dough. Get involved in it. So she wants to be integrally involved. So it's not just about delegation, right? Make your message unmistakable. There is no more shrinking. Meghan is clear. She will not shrink herself. She will not, they told her in the palace, be 50% of what you are, because they know the dynamic woman they had. But they did not want her to outshine the others. So there's no more shrinking. Don't shrink yourself for people. Her presence and her message are intentional. She talks about when people come to visit her home. She's intentional in trying to make them feel at home. She does little things for them to make them feel welcome. That is it. Whatever you do, make it intentional. Protect what matters most. Whether it's your peace, your children, your husband, or your values. Guard them fiercely. That's number 4. Guard them fiercely. And Meghan is a mama bear. She protects her own. She will not play around. Nobody's going to mess with her husband. I remember when she said, this is what they wanted for my husband. And she went to them and she said, even if you don't want to give Archie and me security, make sure my husband is fine. Make sure he's okay. He's safe. So Meghan is that person. She wants to make sure. You can see that Harry and the kids are well fed, well loved. They have a peaceful home. They have a great home. They have a beautiful wife and mother to go home to, because they know that their home is well set, right? Success starts small. A beautiful reminder that greatness is often built in quiet, consistent moments, even jam wars. What she said, she started out small, just thinking about her jam and sending it out to friends and family. And they said, yes, Meghan, this is something you have. So it makes us feel happy. It makes us feel great. Look at how aesthetic around the brand, the logo, just the jam itself, showing us how it's done. beautiful. So these 5 takeaways, I'm telling you, it's something to live by, right? So each of these lines is more than a quote. It's a philosophy. Yes, it's how Meghan lives, leads, and inspires. Meghan's blueprint for building boldly. Meghan's not just launching a business, she's launching a new paradigm for how women show up in the world. She's saying, you don't have to explain your worth. Remember, she said, I'm done with the prove it game. You don't have to move. You don't have to move faster to prove yourself. Hell no. You can grow slowly and still win. She's doing this as a mother, a founder, and a woman who left behind one of the most powerful institutions in the world and still thrived. This is leadership, guys. This is clarity. This is conviction. So building with purpose, Meghan's way. Meghan spoke about building her new brand as ever with intention. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, just purpose, patience, and community. We know she has a strong community called the Sussex Squad. We know she has a lot of people around the world globally that loves her and want her to succeed. And that energy flows into everything she does, from parenting to podcasting to being on the shows to being an executive producer on several of her shows. Yes, she has brains, beauty with brains. Yes, that's what she has. Even her viral baby mama dance wasn't about going viral. It was about joy, authenticity, and reclaiming her own narrative. Emma captured it so beautifully. Every word reflected purpose, precision, and heart. That's not by accident. That's who Meghan is. So the legacy of this conversation, guys. So let's leave you with this. This wasn't a PR moment. This wasn't a brand drop. It was a woman speaking freely and wisely about building something real. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, gave us more than quotes. She gave us permission. She gave us a blueprint, guys. She gave us permission. Permission to move slower. Permission to protect our peace. Permission to build with soul. So here's the question. Which lesson are you carrying forward today? I am carrying many lessons. I love the entire podcast. I think I've watched it several times now. I loved it. I love what it stood for. I love to see 2 beautiful Black women sitting down together, having a conversation and telling us how to move in silence, but how to move forward. Also, how to move boldly. Your privacy or your silence can be revealed boldly as well when you deem it fit. So yes, what did the Bible say? Sometimes don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So that's moving in silence until you're ready to reveal what you want to be. Until the pot is set, the pot is cooked. Yes, that's when you can reveal it. And that's what Meghan has done or is doing. So yes, guys, which lessons are you carrying forward today? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Sussex-centered inspiration. Until next time, protect your joy, protect your peace, do what you want. You have nothing to prove to anyone, and just enjoy life and keep building boldly. Yes, Yes, guys, that is what Meghan is teaching us. Build boldly. And I'm so proud of her. So, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.